Kyle with the Bolt Bros. This is the only podcast that comes with complimentary bottle of Tums and a support group hotline. That's right, tonight with the THUNDERHUB. I'm your host, and coming up from a live show studio, live AI studio audience from my wife's basement because rent is expensive and hope is free. You know what I'm saying? Until you watch this offense, of course, So, but hey, guys, it is the bye week, folks. The Chargers are 7-4 and feel like they're more like 4-7, and the Broncos are somehow 9-2, doing snow angels in our division title dreams in the last week of lost of 35-6 to the freaking Jaguars, guys. I can't believe it, man. But that's not a typo. The Jaguars, So, hey. The team's worst highlight reel used to be just Trevor Lawrence's hair flowing in the wind, but now let's not talk about that. So just grab your carne asada tonight and your coping beer, whatever that might be, and let's get into it because misery loves company. The Chargers fans are basically a 12-step program at this point. So let's just get into the show, guys. So Bolt Bros, let's go.
What's up, Pyramid here, man? You watching the Boat Bros podcast. Stay tuned.
Charter blue dreams, stadium lights gleam. Boat Bros on the beat, lead stream. Chargers rocking speeds, Sonic supreme. From the podcast to the field, we're a team. Charged up, Boat Bros on the night. LA Thunder in electric delight. Bullets in the battle, sparking bright. Charged up, ride the lightning, feel the fright.
All right, guys. Yeah, man. It is this is a tough week to come back to. You know what I'm saying? But hey, we got a stress-free week right now, so we good. We can hang out a little bit, So I hope you guys are having a good time right now. We need to all just kind of relax, recover, and have a good time, So, but hey, I appreciate y'all for coming in here on the show late night, having a good time with me, just chatting a little bit and, trying to have some burning questions because, there's a couple things that I wanted to highlight about the game and some of the things that we should be thinking about ahead of the bye week. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. So, and of course, we'll make some degenerate bets. Oh, you know what? I don't have my stupid thing plugged in. So maybe not. Maybe it won't be making any bets, So we'll just see. We'll see what happens tonight, So, but let's get into it, guys. I just want to, see what you guys are talking about here. So, Mighty says, I have YouTube Premium, no ads, and I can do other things on my phone with YouTube on. Oh, that's what's up. Hey, I like that. The price you pay to hear Kyle's voice uninterrupted for unlimited time. I appreciate that, White Bull Temple. Yeah. Ahoy, we got Seventh Son here. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Got Miguel in the house. White Bull Deadpool. Grandizers. Let's go. How you doing, my man? Chargers versus the Bible history is at 500. Hey, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong there, Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of what we feel like right now, It's just like, geez, goodness gracious. Bolt down. What's up? ASAP. Let's go. Any squad, any place. Let's get it. 1-0 in the bye week. Let's get it. Yeah. So say, can you just go easy mode and drop 100 on the Jags and Jaguar while you talk? That would be therapeutic. I wish I could, but even in easy mode, I'd probably lose because I'm pretty trash at Madden. I'll be perfectly honest. I wish I could do that. That would definitely be therapeutic, But maybe one of these days I'll be able to do that. Maybe you'll find some Madden player and actually just record some footage of him doing that, So yeah, yeah. Eddie says I wanted to not have a single game where our Bolts defense has 0 sacks. Man. Good luck this year. But guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the video because the Bolt Bros, we do a little bit of different things, a little bit different around here. We each one of the bros does something about the news on the short form videos and like the long forms. We do these different lives, before the game, after the game, and we also do a little bit of that.
You gotta give him that hawk and spit on that thing.
When Larry A shows up in the chat, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, guys, we have some fun time. We have a fun time here on the Bolt Bros. So join the show. So, and guys, just so you know, I am going live on Kick. As there's a fella here, he's dropping an ad on me as well. So we also are doing live shows on Kick for the games there. So that's kind of where we're sitting for right now, just to watch the games together on Kick. Yeah, I do have Twitch still available, but I'm gonna do a little bit something different. Just but we're gonna try Kick for a little bit and see how that works out. So come join us when we watch the games on Sundays. A little watch party to unite the fam. We're gonna be part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Grandizer asks, cutting right to the chase. What went wrong with the Jags? Like fighting the robot jet Jaguar of Godzilla lore. Well, we'll get into that. So like this a lot went wrong, but I think there's a very good reason why it all happened like that. So all right, but yeah, so let me just point out a couple things here. So like I said, we're gonna start it up here with the THUNDERHUB. You know what I'm saying? Where's my thing? Oh my gosh. And there you go. I need it. So because remember, whenever I say that word, it's kind of like the Pee-wee's Playhouse thing. You gotta when you say it, I gotta press that lightning button. So if I remember. Anyways, okay, so 3 things. These are the 3 things that I think fans should know and chuckle about during the bye week here. So here, hang on a sec here. Just right straight out the gate here. The Chargers, they're just recovering, man. We're just sitting here having a good time, relaxing on the beach, leg casts, arm casts, doing the best they can to recover, So, but, this bye week is absolutely the one time that we can actually have a glorious pause where we can finally exhale, grill some carne asada, like I said, and pretend the season isn't a cosmic prank in the NFL, But let's keep it real, though. Being a Chargers fan is like rooting for a team that's equal parts lightning bolt and a black hole. There are 3 timely truths to know, with a side of self-deprecating laughs to get through November 19th without rage tweeting, And I'll just say this. This is the one thing in our group chat and on Instagram. This is the one thing that I've noticed every single time. When the Chargers start losing, us people in the Bolt fam start attacking each other. Like we start becoming like carnivores, and we just start attacking each other for the stupidest stuff ever. And then we get on each other's nerves and we want to fight each other. And it's freaking retarded, guys. Stop that. Like I get it. We have so much trauma based in our freaking, fan base, but we are better than that. We don't have to be fighting each other. Like, yeah, you want to fight somebody, fight another fan, and sooner or later, as Bolt Bros, we're gonna create the thing. We're gonna partner up with Sean Merriman, where we create this whole fan fights thing where it goes into the lights out. Every week there'll be like a Raiders fan versus a Chargers fan, Chiefs fan versus Raiders fan, whatever, like that. We'll have a little tournament of people, and then it'll be like, which fan is the best, which fandom has the best fighter, or something like that, Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Sean Merriman about that one and see it. It might just start in the backyard. We'll say it like that, But look, guys. Yes, like I said, I have my 3 thoughts here, and then I'm gonna get into your comments. So I will scroll up and I'll get to as many as I possibly can. So, guys, this Jaguars game was literally where any Chargers fan that went to that game turned against the Chargers 100%. Like, I mean, more so than they ever did at the probably at that Raiders game. where we got rid of Booty Stank, So that's just something like I want to say. It's like but the Chargers still got booed going into their locker room at halftime, 100%. I'm sure, like my brother mentioned in the video for the AFC West, video or something like that, that he stopped watching after the half. And I'm sure a lot of us did, or at least wanted to. I couldn't because I was sitting there watching it on stream on Kick, and like it was pitiful. I was so distracted. I was like doing other things. I was trying to make emojis and stuff like that, So it's like it's just horrible, man. Oh, hold up, we got ourselves a $10 holla, $10 holla. Yeah, on my THUNDERHUB. Let's see. Bolt Town says the man, the myth, the beard, the legend Kyle with a K. Bolt Bros forever. Yeah. We bound City back. Bound yeah, man. We coming back, baby. That's right. Bolt Town. I appreciate that. $10 holla, man. One of the homies, man. The brothers from another mother. You know what I'm saying? All y'all brothers from other mothers and some sisters from other misters. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys here at the Bolt Bros. That's awesome, man. Thanks again for that one, Bolt Town. Appreciate you 100%. But also, just because of our chat that we have on the Instagram thing, that was for you. Anyhow, but like I said, fans from all across the Bolt fam flew out to Jacksonville to watch that game. Probably spent about $300 for the flight, $200 for a hotel. At least I'm thinking cheap or whatever like that. Maybe they spent more. $100 for the Uber there and back. $57 for food and drink while you're in the stadium just to watch Justin Herbert look like a whore in church. Absolutely priceless. Honestly, laugh it off. It's not you players. It's us, the fans. At least it means the fans care enough to catcall you guys and to call you out on your BS for freaking putting up a goose egg out there, Like literally the only person who was even trying out there was Cameron Dicker. And when there was a possibility that we could have used him again, we decided to punt again. He was in our range. So yeah, crazy. Anyways, now I also want to talk about this. Greg Roman's playbook. Gosh, let's just call this the Timeout for Therapy edition on this one here. If you've ever wondered why the offense stalls like a 1998 Civic in rush hour, blame Greg Roman. His schemes are so predictable. Even ChatGPT's roasting them. One of the fan-generated gems is, knock, knock, who's there? Timeout. Timeout who? Timeout to figure out which of Roman's plays will file next. With the bye week, though, I hope Harbaugh is probably upstairs yelling at diagrams while the D-line practices tackling air. Because, goodness gracious, we're struggling so much right now, guys. Pro tip, Greg Roman, use this week to for all the fans, use this week to meme your own Roman numeral fails because everything says elite, like punting when Cameron Dickers was in field goal range. Like, gosh, like, what do you mean going on here, guys? Like, just ridiculous. So, and now my last thought here that I want to share here. Then I'm going to get into your guys' comments. Like, I know you guys are you guys are frothing at the mouth and like you're typing away, and I appreciate you guys. So, look, even AI knows our pain-fed Chargers joke, and you can type anything about the Chargers, like about writing a joke about the Chargers, and what you're going to get is things like, oh, the Chargers are the only team that could have a 20-point plus lead and a healthy roster and divine intervention in the same stadium and still lose by double digits. It happened twice, guys. It's week 11, and we're still licking our wounds from the Jaguars debacle. But hey, Harbaugh's building something. Hey, look, I get it. It's totally fine. Laugh now or cry later. Either way, we still got to bolt up or just nap through this bye because we've all earned it, you know? But look, let's be honest, though, too. It's like, I mean, the worm really has turned. Jim Harbaugh has been building something different. And, oh, hang on a sec. My camera messed up here. Yeah, there you go. But Jim Harbaugh has really been building something different. And we have seen like greatness out of everything. Hey, we were 11-6 first year. Right now, we still can be 11-6. Yeah, we're 7-4 right now. So we're going into this a little bit further on. Like I know I'm going to talk about this a little bit more too. We definitely could still make this 11-6, maybe at worst 10-7. We'll see about that. So, well, let me get into your guys' comments here and kind of scroll back here a little bit here. Here we go. Will. Okay. Kyle. Your Chargers players stock up. Which ones stock up or stock down with that loss? 100%. Okay. Stock up. Nobody stocks up on that one. I guess Cameron Dicker. He's the only one that stock is going up on the rise. I would say maybe Amarian Hampton. His stock is on the rise, even though he has been playing. We'll see him after the bye. His stock is going to go up, even because he wasn't on the field. Let's see. Najee Harris, but he's out for the season. Let's see. I mean, look, I'm never going to count out Justin Herbert, but well, that's it. That's just it, But stock down 100%. Trevor Penning, 100%. I will say Trey Pipkins. I would say his stock was up. He did just as good as he normally does. So, I mean, if it's not sideways, it's going to be up. Let's see who else. I mean, Keenan Allen, of course. I'm gonna keep his stock up. But see, the entire offensive line for the most part, except for Trey Pipkins, down, 100% down. I would say up. Matlock. He had some good plays out there for sure. Yeah, see, up Dante Jackson, one of the only bright spots of our defense this week. Let's see. It's just crazy, guys. I don't know. Quite a bit. A lot more down than up. I'll just say that right now. I think it was really just an off week. So yeah. Well, if I buy Deadpool, oh yeah, free. Unfortunately, I bet your guest Sunday Bridget was likely not pleased with Sunday's pathetic performance. No, she was not. I did talk to her a little bit on Twitch after the game, and she was just kind of disheveled. She was just really just kind of pissed. Just kind of like ugh, whatever. And I was talking to her. I was like, "Oh, I'm so sad." I'm like, "Oh," and we had our therapy session and came back, and she was still pissed about it too. Yeah, not a fan. Just playing, bro. Okay. I say, Kyle, at this point, I just chalk it up to the Jags for whatever reason, match up well versus the Chargers in recent times. Yeah, I could see that. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I can definitely see that. The Jags, they just seem to have our number right now, man. It's just weird. But you know what I think it is, though, too? I'll be perfectly honest. I 100% believe the conspiracy about this game where they're like, oh, no. The people are saying that the reason the Chargers had to lose this game, according to NFL ratings, for the playoff itself, the playoff race itself. So they were terrible because Chargers, if we won that game, we would have been basically a lock in the playoffs. Not necessarily in first round or in the what's it called, the division leader or whatever like that, but we would have been like a 90% chance of getting in there. But now it's like a 60% chance, and I think there's even some other people say that's even lower now. So it just makes the conversation more exciting now that if we have a team like that. So yeah. Kyle Bolt fan, don't worry about this thing. Everything's we're gonna be all right. Yeah, exactly. Being a Chargers fan is like have a wife / girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. It's just as just as volatile. Chargers 55, my man. How you doing? The first time I've seen your chat. Here you go. Welcome to the party. Seen every game for 45 years. I learned to embrace the hate. Yeah. I believe it. Embrace the pain, embrace the hate, all that stuff for sure. I hope we beat the Ray Turds. Yeah. I mean, I 100% believe that we will too. Yeah, 1000%. Hell yeah, we will. We got to believe it. Yep. I wish that I had a girlfriend after Bolts lose. I asked her to pleasure for. Hey, that'd be nice. That'd be nice, right? It'd be nice to get a little bit of that Hawk Tua every once in a while, right? So, what's up with people who say Phillip Rivers is not going to the Hall of Fame? Dude, that's just crazy talk to me, man. I think the only reason why is like it's a lot of not fans, or it's a lot of like kind of fair weather fans thinking because he never got the Super Bowl. That's kind of my point, thoughts on it. I mean, I don't like that. I don't like that thought at all. Anyways, yeah, it's just to say. I do think he's gonna get in there, but I think it might be a difficult class for him to get into though right now. That's my only thoughts. So, but if it's not this year, it could be next year for sure. So we'll see. And that would be wild because Drew Brees is probably going to be in the Hall of Fame for sure this year. So have two essentially Charger players in the Hall of Fame the same year. That'd be wild. I do think though Drew Brees is more going to be credited towards the Saints than the Chargers though. We'll say that though. Yeah. What were you feeling when Justin Herbert got slammed by Green WWE? Dude, man, I was beyond livid. So pissed. And honestly, and I was happy that he got that that player got the fine on that drop tackle, but yeah, man, I don't think it was that much. Yeah. I think it should have been more. Deadpool fact, Kyle's beard has two uses: podcast accessory and a support bracket for my chimichanga. Yes, sir. I got one tied up right underneath my beard actually right now. So I'm waiting for to finish the show. Yes, Dan Marino did not have any playoff success as well, but he also broke a lot of NFL records. And Phillip Rivers has not done that though. So that's kind of why Dan Marino got that nod for sure, So some Chargers fans wanted to sue Herbert to get money they wasted on the game. That is a lot of that's just dumb. That's just stupid. You can't expect a win every single freaking game. That's just stupid. But hey, this is America, and people can get sued for less. So yeah, you're right, Miguel. Greg Roman is not the answer, but here's the problem. I know some people have been chirping about that. He's not going to get fired. Jim Harbaugh and Greg Roman are just too tight. They're just too tight. It's not going to happen. So this is what we got to deal with right now until something else gets figured out. So just keep it up. We'll figure it out. We'll do with what we got. And great Playbook is old and doesn't know how to adjust. Yeah, he does. 98 Civic. It runs great for a basic mechanic. I owned one. Bad example though. I get it though. Yeah. Well, we'll say 98 Pinto. How about that? But just I mean, yeah, 98 Civics are great. I do admit that. But I just whatever, just threw out something out there. But yeah, I appreciate the critique. Not a problem, my man. When the hell is Harbaugh going to finally bench Bradley Bozeman? Never. Not gonna happen, my man. Something's there that we know a little bit. What's up, Hugo Boss? My man, how you doing? Pablo, Kyle, our bolts have been nonstop until early July because of Hall of Fame game. Not an excuse, but I'm just saying, brother. Let's put it in perspective. 100%, hey man. Everyone needs to play their best football, and this time of the year, going into December into January. That is the best time of the year to step up in a huge way. Let's see. Okay, man, you guys are really, really chatty tonight. Here, let's see. This dude is drunk more than I. Why go live? Why not? Because we like to chat, man. Dickers on the rise to no blue cheese required. Pappy asked me what our record was going to be at summer camp, and I told him, like, I'm telling you now, 11-6. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I'm sticking with that too, man. I appreciate it. 11-6 pop. Eddie, what was your reaction when you saw Justin Herbert go get body slammed? Oh, you already answered that one. Sorry. Oh, another super chat. Oh, ayo. Who do you think can destroy us next on D-Real? Let's see. Well, honestly, I am, I'll get into this in a moment, but I do think that the Chargers are going to have this is my bye-week graphic. I don't need that one up there. I think the Chargers are going to have the hardest time against the Chiefs in a little bit, because the Chiefs play their best football in December, January, and February. That's the stretch that they have every single year. This is their time. This is when they eat. So I am worried about the Chiefs, and I'm worried about them starting to come back for sure. Yeah. So thanks again for the super chat there, Bolt Town. Appreciate you. Sad to say that Trevor Penning will always be the low hanging fruit for stock down. Yeah. If he could not cut it on the Saints, doubtful he will with the rest of the league. 100%. Oh, here we go. We got someone from Twitter. No, not Twitter. Twitch hitting me up right now. Half of me wishes Harbaugh got the team together to burn the game tape, and then Sunday before they all set it off the bye week. Yeah, 100%, man. Just let that all be behind them. Whatever. Think about what they did, when what they did wrong. 100%. You got to just think about that, Yep. Grandizer's putting it in the schedule here. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get into that in a second here. So, let's see. Yeah. It looks like people are asking about questions about that there. Yeah. So let's get into the next part here. So, we can't bench Bozeman. He's one of the few linemen that isn't injured. Yeah. Right. He's like the most healthy, person, on the team. Oh, we got Carlos Vega here, from Roswell, New Mexico. Let's go. I don't have any alien sounds. Sorry, my man. Yeah, that's awesome, man. San Diego for life. Let's go. Oh, Daywalker Blade. Why are Chargers fans complaining about, this guy's the resident troll here. Why are Chargers fans complaining about OC when missing their all-pro left tackle and future all-pro right tackle? Make it make sense, Kyle. Well, here's the thing. The Chargers have been better, have done well without Slater and Joe Alt in the game before. But it's not just that, their offensive line is a huge thing, but we've seen other teams like, say, Joe Burrow and the Bengals go very deep with a terrible line, so everything's possible, but end of the day, Justin Herbert needs to do his job right, and he needs to throw to the receivers correctly, and they need to do their job right, and the running backs need to do their job right, and it's not just the line that is the problem. It's a team loss. It's a team win. So at the end of the day, one player does make a difference, but it's not the only difference. Justin Herbert needs to adjust himself. He needs to actually throw the ball after 3 seconds, tops. If he doesn't have anything in 3 seconds, throw it over someone's head off to the sidelines. That's it. Don't take a sack. Don't take a fumble. And throw it for the love of God. Throw it higher, because he has. I want to know how many tipped balls he has compared to other players in the league. This fool's like 6'6", right? And wingspan adds another 3 feet to it. So he's throwing the ball at about 10 feet up in the air. Well, not quite like that. No one throws like a windmill or whatever like that. But I don't know, man. He needs to figure that out. So yeah, I'm excited to see Hampton back as well. So All right, so like I said, let's get into the next part of the show here. I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the current playoff situation, because I feel like it's important to talk about that right now. So, current playoff situation, we got the Denver Broncos in leading the pack, right there. Oh, it's terrible. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I was trying to do a check mark, but it made more like a Nike symbol. I don't know what that is. Currently leading the pack at 9-2. And they win the tiebreaker against the Patriots, of course, but then Chargers right here, we're basically in the playoff mix right now at 6th seed. And Jacksonville Jaguars, now they brought themselves in there. So, but then we got the Texans, Chiefs, and the Ravens in the mix right now. So that's interesting to me because everyone would have thought that before the season started, the Bills, Chiefs, and the Ravens would have 100% been a lock into the playoffs right now at this point, So, but we got some things going on, So yeah, like Eddie was saying, the Colts are going to beat the Chiefs on Sunday, so it's very possible that it could happen. But it's do or die territory for the Chiefs right now, and so they are going to start playing their best. They are really going to start playing their best. And so the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I wanted to talk a little bit more specifically about our division. Because right now, 3 teams in the AFC West are in this race for the playoffs here. So this is the meat and potatoes of what I wanted to talk about for tonight. So look, okay, so we got the Chargers here. So the next games, like people have said, we got Raiders, Eagles, Chiefs, Cowboys, Texans, Broncos, and here's their current records right here. And we'll go through this as well here, and I'm gonna do our current thoughts about. Wrong one. That's my next section. Okay, we're gonna get into a whole bunch of questions in a second here. So, but okay, so we'll just say this: Raiders are 2-8 right now. So this is going to be a W for us. And safe to say the Broncos will also beat them and the Chiefs will also beat them too. So, but the Raiders would love to play spoilers, as much as they can, but it ain't going to happen. They're just so demoralized right now, So then we play the Eagles, which the Eagles, honestly, I'm not going to say we're going to lose that game because I don't want to be negative about it, but I'm going to say it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance right there. Now the Chiefs. Now here's my biggest problem too right now. Because like I said, no one else plays the Chiefs or the Eagles there. Yeah. Chiefs, like I said, guys, they play their best football in December, January, into February. This is when this is when the sleeping giant wakes up. So for me, honestly, I'm gonna have to give this a 50-50. But I'm going to say this. Okay, so obviously going through this list as well, the Broncos are also going to play the Chiefs. And guess what? I 100% say that the Broncos are going to lose that game. 100%, guys. Okay. So now let's go into the Cowboys. And that's a kind of a sure thing. The Cowboys are currently 4-5-1. And oddly enough, they are still in the playoff race in the NFC. Was freaking retarded. But yeah, I'm saying that's going to be a dub for us for sure. And then now see the Chiefs also are going to play them, so they're going to win that game too, though. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking about here. So and I like what I'm doing here because then that's going to kind of give us a kind of a real bird's eye view of what we can predict our final records are going to be like. So Texans. This is kind of a tough one. It's kind of a tough one because it depends on how much of how important this game is going to be for them. But I do think that we can come out on top because I know for sure it's going to be important for us. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that one. Now the Chiefs are also going to be playing against them. So honestly, I want to say that I do think the Chiefs, like I said, They play their best football in December, so they're also going to win that one. So we'll just say that. Now the Broncos game, I do think that we are going to beat the Broncos 100% at the end of the game this season, and we're gonna sweep them for sure. So that's gonna be good. So right now, straight up, I can see us winning 4 games, maybe losing 2, which still puts us guys at 11-6. Just like Pablo has said, 11-6 could definitely happen here. There may be a fluke. If we do lose a game, it could potentially be the Cowboys. That could be the game that we lose there. So, all right, but let's look at the Broncos real quick. 100%. I think that they'll beat the Commanders. I think this is going to be a sleeper situation. They will lose to the Packers, but they will beat the Jaguars, and they were going to lose to us. So they're going to win 3 of 6. Go 3 for 3 in the next 6. Now here, let's go to the Chiefs real quick. They will lose to the Colts. And like I said, this is a 50-50 game for us. So I have no idea. But they will win this game. And I think that they will lose this game to the Broncos. Well, actually, I wish they both could lose. That'd be great. But yeah, I'll make them win that one. So of the next 7 for the Chiefs, they really will have a chance to win the next 5. So that could put them at 10-7. So I think that's really where we can do it. Because I do lean for us the Chargers there. So, okay, so that would make... Okay, so we're going to be 11-6. That's what I think. The Broncos are going to be, I would say, it looks like 12-5. And the Chiefs are going to be 10-7. So that's going to be kind of like our situation here. But what do you guys think about that one here? Like, am I off base on this one? Let me know. Let me just go into some comments here real quick. Yeah. Grandizer says, that jacket you got is on fresh. Never wear ugly swag. No, see? Yeah, man. We got these bolts. Hang on. You gotta hide your comment here real quick. Yeah, man. Actually, hang on. So you got these bolts here. Bolt the F up, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I love our jacket, man. This is like definitely like the flagship product that we got right now, So yeah. So next here, let's go back to the navy blue uniforms. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I do like the navy blue over the powder blue. Make the powder blue the color rush situation. That'd be what's up. But I think they're doing that because it's LA. They're trying to build our own identity there, And they were... Look at the Niners, and without their all-pro left tackle Trent, that's just without him. Yeah, I see that. Let's see. Games we need to win down the stretch: Raiders, Texans, and Cowboys. It gets us 10 wins, 8 in conference. Other than Jacksonville, that should win the tiebreakers. Yeah. Okay. I think more. I think more than that, though. I mean, I would love to win the divisional games all as well. I say we can win against the Raiders, Texans, and Cowboys. What'd you take? Yeah, you already got that there. That's the schedule there. Okay. Best part, F Chiefs lose that game, it'll be the 5-loss conference play. Yeah, for sure. That could throw them out. That could throw them out of the freaking race for sure. Let's see, Kyle, if the Chargers lose versus the Raiders, we got to see you break a window or put a hole on the wall live stream. I seen a vid where Falcons fan punched the wall really hard. Yeah, if we lose to the Broncos, I would say at the end of the season, and we're like not in the playoffs, I believe I will actually break my TV. I'll say that. I will live stream that I'm gonna break my TV. Yeah, just I'll if we don't make the playoffs at all this season, that's what I'm gonna do. You have my promise on that one. So we'll make that work. Chiefs created a new name. Oh yeah, yeah, my bad. That's the chefs. My bad. Typo, bruh. Yep. We wearing Supercharger uniforms versus Texans. Yeah, we winning 100%. Heck yeah, Tay. That's what's up for sure. Bonex is 0-3 versus our Bolts. Yeah, and he's about to be more. He's about to be 0-4. Let's make it happen. Raiders Nation are bums. Yes, sir. But jacket is bomb. Yeah. Navy's for home games, powder blues for division games, and white for the road games. Ooh, that's actually really solid. I like that idea there, Hugo. That'd be awesome. It could be even powder blue for some away games as well. Why not? That'd be dope. Kyle, if the Packers game was in Green Bay, I'd say lose, but it's in Denver, so I see that as a Denver win. We'll see. I think the Packers they have a lot to fight for as well too. So that's kind of why I think they'll come out on top. So Kyle, I will buy you a 12-pack if we lose to the Donkeys, bro. Don't break your TV. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My TV's already kind of broke, so it's all good. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Anyway, so let me hit up this next slide here. Okay. So yeah, so now I'm gonna do a new section for the show here. We call this the THUNDERHUB Deep Questions. That's right, guys. Okay, so now I have some questions I want to pose to you guys as well, and I want to hear your thoughts about it. So, and of course, as always, guys, be sure to stick around for the show because I will be getting my. We will have our giveaway at the end of the show as well, and we'll get into this, guys. So first and foremost, here's the top 5 questions that I have going into the bye week. This like just flat out, guys. Like let's just get into it. So the first one that I wanted to pose to you guys, let me kind of copy that here and put this in here, and there you go. Boom. First question. Can the offensive line hold up, or is Justin Herbert one sack away from a season ender? So my thoughts are here is this, and I'll get to your comments in a second here. With the 7th O-line combo of the year that we have now, trotted out in Jacksonville, we got freaking 5 sacks allowed, Fans are panicking about Justin Herbert's pocket presence. The unit's been a revolving door of injuries and underperformers like, freaking Slater and freaking Joe Alt being out for the season and Bozeman just never really being, freaking, on par, with what a center's supposed to be. I mean, heck, he can't even flop right, I don't know if you saw that video or whatever that, is this extended like the league's is Bozeman the league's worst center? I don't know. And that 10 of 18, 81-yard stinker that Justin Herbert has done performance, that was not him, What I think that we have to do for the bye week is, we need to get extra reps for all the rookies, and Trevor Penning needs to be working out extra hard. Maybe he needs to watch some more horror movies, whatever, some different ones or something like that, I don't know. Maybe that's my thoughts. Like we need extra reps, 100%. This bye week cannot be that much of a bye week. They have to practice hard. What do you guys think? Let me pull up some comments here. Is help on the way? Which Chargers players are coming back after the bye that may be injured? Let's see. Well, 100%. It's going to be the Hampton. He's coming back after the bye, 100%. And I think that's about it. Maybe Nico Reed's already back. Like Hampton's really the only one that we really know. While I really deeply think that we're cooked, Herbert can't survive this. I see only 2 or more or 3 more wins. Wow. Okay. That's really getting down to you. A terrible, Kyle. I hate this. It's gotten old. Always, if we had this guy healthy and this next year, everyone's back. Nah, man, it's that curse. 100%, Grandizer. It's always that curse. 100. We'll get into that too. Good question. If 10 goes, I might have to call this season a burrito wrap. Wow, I can't even think about that, brother. Yeah, exactly. If he does, if Herbert's done, then we're out 1,000%. My opinion is this needs to be the Bolts starting offensive line going forward. Jamari Sawyer at left. Yeah, I agree. Zion Johnson, left guard. Okay, obviously Andre James, center. Yeah, I like that. Right guard, Trevor Penning. Right tackle, Bobby Hart. And that will be the 8th different offensive line combo that we've had all season. Goodness gracious. Questions with Kyle in the Thunderhub. Do you get aroused when you live stream with Kyle? Do you get excited, my guy? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Especially when I see those $10 hollows coming in. Ayo. No blue chews needed. All right. Next question. Here we go. I want to pose to you guys. So yeah, we're doing this instead of the the mainstream stuff here. All right. Will key injured players like Marion Hampton return refreshed, be ready to return? And I wanted to add, will they impact? Will the impact matter? There you go. Update it. And Pacey, whatever. So yeah, guys. In his absence, the run game's been actually pretty good. With Kamani Vidal, he's actually stepped up in a huge way, which is great for us. Absolutely, But with Najee Harris out for the season and Marion Hampton almost being out for most of the season, we're doing okay with just Kamani Vidal, but will Marion Hampton actually come into the team and actually do good? Fans are crossing our fingers, that Hampton is going to do great for the team, So Harbaugh's going to start with this bye week, refresh and regroup. That whole mantra sounds nice, but without healthy legs, this post bye, Raiders tilt is going to coin flip. Kind of a coin flip, if you ask me, because the Raiders love playing spoilers. It's a Charger, it's a divisional game. The Raiders just love to kind of mess things up with everybody. That's just kind of what they do. They just kind of show up and just freaking, put their shoes on your couch and, wipe their feet, with dog doo-doo or stuff like that, So I just don't see the Chargers actually doing super well, if we don't have those fresh legs. We need to reestablish that run game for sure. So, but what do you guys think here? Let me get in that. Let me get into your comments here. Let's see. Didn't Herbert? Okay, here we go. Hugo Boss. Didn't Herbert play through practically broken ribs like a year ago? If he can get out of the pocket and buy time and throw a scramble, he'll be all right. Exactly, and that's my thoughts too, Hugo. I mean, we've been in worse situations before where he had cracked ribs and stuff like that. So played all through the entire season. Yeah, it wasn't good for him. And I'm sure he was happy if the season be over. But, yeah, I think we'll be all right. He just needs to throw the ball off and get rid of it fast. Grandizer, this is a good draft for a guard, I heard. Got to get the guards and center upgrade. 1,000%. Yep. Thundercorn Hub. So be Hampton on his, before he gets started. Yeah, okay, there you go. We need to prepare for Raider Week, biggest game of the year. Yeah, it should be. It should be one of the biggest games for sure, and that's what I think as well, man. I do wonder about that game because I know that we're gonna have, it's an important one for us for sure. Grandizer says, I feel bad for Penning. He was tried at left tackle, right tackle, and guard with the Saints. Could never get it all together. Well, it's kind of hard to bounce around that much too, So I don't know. Let's see. Yo, here we go, man. Another $2 high. Going to bed. Chargers. Go Chargers. Love you all. Love you subs. Good night. Hey man, appreciate you too, Bolt Town. Hey man, you stay up. No man, no going to sleep for you, fool. You stay up. You stay up, man, because we having a good chat. Just kidding. You can go to bed if you want, but I still hate you. Not really. Anyways. But yeah, Bozeman is still at our center, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. So, but sleep well, Boat Town, for sure. Yeah, have a good one. NFL needs to go 18 games and give 2 games 2 bye weeks during the year. Yeah. Only play 2 preseason games. 100%. That's absolutely what they need to do. They need to make it a whole situation where it's like, okay, remove one preseason game, make that one of those games an actual regular season game, and then make the bye week start on the 4th, 5th, and 6th weeks of the season, and then or maybe the 5th, 6th, or 7th week of the season for all teams. So just those ones, and then we have a couple more games of uninterrupted football, essentially. So like maybe say 9, 10, 11, 12 games, and then from then you'd have week 13, 14, 15 bye weeks, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a commissioner or whatever like that, but be something like that, where you just have two bye weeks. At least at the very least, I would say this. Make it so that way it's impossible for a team to have a short week, So no like playing on Sunday and then playing on Thursday like that. There has to be a bye week in between there. So you play Sunday and then the next game is your bye week or something like that. So it's kind of like that's a shorter bye week, I would say. That could actually be the best case scenario. So like there's no teams that play on Thursday will play in essentially into a short week like that. That's what I would say. Take away that short week as BS, because I hate that short week. It's terrible. I like Hampton. He falls forward exactly. It'll be good. Since Hampton got hurt, here goes a good stat. Vidal in Miami got over 100 yards. Colts under 100. Vikings over 100. Titans under 100. Steelers close to 100. Jaguars under 100. Inconsistency. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, man, even the best running backs don't get 100 yards every single week. I mean, unless you're the freaking LaDainius Tomlinson. So, yeah, that's it. I believe Herbert has the skill to win, but he can't win with the trash O-line. Bengals with Joe couldn't do it either. Yeah, no, that's true. He does have the skill, yeah. Well, that's the thing, though. Joe did go all the way to the freaking Super Bowl with a trash O-line. Yeah, he didn't win all the way, but he still figured out a way to go all the way down to the Super Bowl. So I don't know what you mean about that, my guy. So yeah. But Herbert was panicking. He walked into 3 sacks and rushed plays. Yeah, exactly. And that's the problem too. Like he needs to freaking start, figuring out this stuff. So. Hey, Dalton, my man, how you doing? Bolt Bros in the house. Let's go. Maybe this troubling for the Jags, but wake of this team after the bye. Let's all hope. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's just a fluke. It's just a fluke game. Yeah. Yeah, the Raiders love to play spoilers. I know I'm all doom and gloom with our Bolts, but can you imagine if we won out the rest of the season, the AFC Championship? Just to lose to the Colts and Danny F times. That'd be terrible, right? That'd be so bad. Okay, so here's a good question about Hampton. So with Hampton coming back, how do you see him doing behind this patchwork O-line? Can he run it? Maybe like Vidal, or is he super limited? Well, no, I think he totally could do it. He was doing it already. He was doing great before he got injured, but that's just it. He just needs to, because he falls forward, and he does put that extra effort in there to get extra yards even after tackles. So I think 100% he can do it. So yeah, teams weren't ready for Vidal. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Okay. All right, so let's move on to my next question here to you guys. To kind of drive this in here. So like let me just bring this in. Okay. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this one, but what's up with Greg Roman's play calling? Is he predictable, gutless, or just cursed? So I was saying, punting on a 4th and goal. Well, it wasn't a 4th and goal. It was more like a 4th and Cameron Dicker's field goal range. It only had 12 targets to Keenan Allen over the last 3 weeks. What? Like literally the whole talk about the NFL was for him to potentially break Antonio Gates' record and stuff like that. But that's all they give him, really. Fans are roasting the offense of Greg Roman like it's open season, calling schemes like we're stuck in 2019, and wondering if Harbaugh's micromanaging or if Roman's the real identity thief. But gosh, guys, that Jags game screamed no adaptability, no lead, no script, total collapse. Time to tear the offense down to the studs during the break. What do you think, guys? Let's get into the chat here. So, I gotta get rid of that comment though here first, or the question here. Okay, so Hampton. Okay, so still talking about Hampton here. Hampton will be on the pitch count against the Raiders, and then slow climb as he stays healthy week to week. They won't risk him having something serious. Exactly, 100%. I'd rather wish that they'd get rid of Thursday football. Yeah, rid of it entirely. Never cared for it. I don't like it either, to be honest. But Amazon's too big and too powerful. Sorry, some dessert coming through. Been burping. Amazon's too big and powerful to actually let that thing go. Superchargers podcast says cursed. Yes, same crap every year. That's it. No, it's not just Greg Roman. It's the curse, guys. You got to think about that. What do you mean you don't know what I'm saying about that? I want to be the champion and all that comes with it. Well, like I said, you got to get to the Super Bowl, and you can't and like I said, people have done it before with terrible O-lines, but Joe Burrow is not as good as Justin Herbert. I'll say that. So that's what I'm saying about that, bruh. Greg Roman does know how to use the tush push. And he does know that tush push does work for the Chargers. That's for sure. I'm a huge fan of that. The tush push. I like it. It brings us back to the rugby days where the roots of the Chargers is, So yeah. So why do we play so good in prime time and then fall on our face in early games? We have the same players, coaches, don't we? Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, we're the most traveled team in the NFL right now. In fact, we're traveling more than Taylor Swift is during her freaking tour. So if that is going to wear and tear on a player, I 100% believe that. There is a scientific thing that goes on, like about recovery, especially with concussions, about being up in the air and being, flying around. That pressure in the head that adds to it, that compounds the effect. The reality is too, we always do struggle a little bit on those early morning games, those East Coast games, and so that really needs to be fixed. And that is a reason why I think the Chargers, like, that there should be some I guess, was it positioning of the what's it called, divisions and stuff, who plays where, stuff like that. Let's see, Kyle, isn't that Bengals Super Bowl run O-line trash was kind of misleading? They were better at run blocking, yes, just bad at pass blocking. I mean, it was a lot of different things. So, they weren't great, and Joe Burrow's never really had a great line. That's basically what I'm saying, is that like he's never had a top 10 offensive line at all. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. I hope the players are studying hard. They better be, and they better be working out hard. Yeah. What's up with that? Yeah, Jimmy. My bad. Actually, it was a muffin burp. I had a muffin right before the show, so it was a chocolate muffin. Greg Roman and Jim are better and their shit together. So, let's see, are you going to the Raiders game, Kyle? No, I am not. Actually, so Miguel in the chat, actually, he won the tickets for that game. That was the game that he opted to go for when he won our tickets from our grand prize from last year. So he took our tickets. In fact, unfortunately, I don't even have the possibility of getting Thanksgiving off either. Because I was trying to get that that time off from my work, but it just wouldn't happen. And so yeah. Anyways, I do have some other questions, but I don't want to like make this show too much longer or whatever. So let's just get into this here. Let's just get into the other thing. I don't really want to, like I said. Actually, no. Let's see. Do I want to do these questions? I think I'm gonna opt not to do them. Yeah. So let's just get into to our what's it called? We're not doing the what's it called? The other stuff, So yeah, it's just fine. Let's just get into the. I just want to kind of finish this out though, but because it is coming up on that hour. So let's get the prize here situation. So, all right, guys. So if you are in the chat, you do have the opportunity to to win some Bolt Bros merch here. And yeah, so and the way that you would have been able to get in there is you part of the participants. And it looks like I'm going to pull those names right now. And all right, there we go. Okay. And I'll make sure that we get all the people that are in there a little bit here. But yeah. Bolt Bros, what's up, my guys? Yeah. Okay, so Eddie's there, Grandizer's there. Okay, Tate Jackson, are you in there? Tate Jackson's in there. Isaac, are you in there? Yeah, you are. And Roland, are you in there? Yeah, you're in there. Say you're not in there. Let me get you in there. Daywalker Blade is not in there. And get you in there, Daywalker. Superchargers podcast is in there. Yeah. Grandizer's in there. Eddie's in there. White Bolt, Deadpool's in there. Superchargers in there. Okay, rolling it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it looks like we got our wheel here. So let me share the screen here. Boom, right there. All right. Yeah. So like we're starting to switch it up again now. We're doing it 2. The first 2 now wins the prize. So I hope you guys had a good time on the show, though. So, but yeah. Okay, I'm board state. All right, boys. Don't put you in there. You don't want you don't want some merch there, Daywalker. There you go. Pablo's up on there. Let's go, Pablo. Daywalker just wants to troll. That's all he wants to do. Please don't tease me, bro. Don't water more board. Oh, dang. There you go. Well, we already had our winner there. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Anyways, it's JSJ. Yeah, well, I keep saying J say, but it's JSJ. That's the guys. Well, there you go. Nice. All right, well, there you go. We have our winner. JSJ is the winner for the night, man. So you know what to do, my man. So go ahead and reach out to us on Bolt Bros Podcast at gmail.com. Hugo, you weren't on there? Oh, my bad, Hugo. So, but yeah, so go ahead and reach out to us. But by the way, Hugo, actually reach out to me. The same thing. And if you are a member of the channel and you've been here for at least a month or 2, at least, go ahead and reach out to me. I'll send you a Bolt Bros patch. That'll be your kind of one of your things that you get. So automatic, 100%. But yeah, JSJ, I keep saying it wrong. Go ahead and go to the Bolt Bros .live and take a look at our merch and pick out a hat or a shirt of your choice and let us know what kind of color, what variant, whatever you want, whatever that, and we'll send it out to you as quick as we can, So, but yeah, guys, had a fun time tonight. Like there's a lot of different things going on with the Chargers. Do want to talk about the F the Bolt Bros. F you, Daywalker Blade. Here, give you one of these. I don't really care. Come here every single time and just freaking and troll us. I'm not gonna give a crap. Appreciate you for coming in and just trying to impress us. It's totally fine. You do what you want, man. It's a free country, But yeah, so like I said, guys, at least we got the Raiders in 2 weeks, though. Nothing fixed a historic meltdown like playing against the Raiders, though, you know? So unless the Chargers, we charger it up and lose to a team starting like Aiden O'Connell, or we have Geno Smith again, you know, gosh, that's it. That's it. You know, that's not going to really, that would actually be the worst thing, too. Is we come off of this terrible loss and then we go and beat the Raiders. That's it. But yeah, that's it for my show though tonight. You know, I hope if you laughed, great. If you cried, well, join the club, of course. But smash that like button if you like. It's Greg Rowan's Playbook. Subscribe if you never missed it. You don't want to miss out on the pain. And remember, Boat Bros, let's go.
Hey, what's up? Cameron Dick here watching Boat Bros podcast.